Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.exchange. Although we are into September expiry, but the calendar month, we are still in August. So this August calendar month may be a totally unforgettable one in the history of Indian stock market. Number one, Nifty fell for 7 straight days in the month of August. So that does not happen many times. And number two, for 12 straight trading sessions, Nifty could not take previous day's high. And this is the first time in Indian stock market history. The last time, 3 or 4 times, it so happened, but only for 9 trading sessions. So this time, 12 straight trading session, Nifty could not take previous day's high. That's a very, very important one, history making. And number three, institutions kept on putting the money into the market. From August 1 till yesterday, domestic institutions as well as FIAs put together, they have pumped in roughly about 50,000 crores. A 50,000 crore is not a small money. But despite pumping in so much money, this market is again and again going to the monthly low. If I'm not wrong, the monthly low is 24,100. And the GIFT Nifty indicating about 60-70 point down tick. So that means the spot market is likely to open around 24,150. That's just 50 points away from the monthly low. Whereas the monthly high is 24,800. So that's very, very far away. And then not to forget the most important, the CAS system introduced in the month of August that made market too much volatile. Day before yesterday, in the CAS window 315 to 330, Nifty shot up 70-80 point. Then the same day evening, GIFT Nifty indicated another 70-80 point gap up. So 150-160 point, next day morning you have to wake up. And then what happened? It opened there and then sold into, and then it fell drastically. Then again, yesterday, same thing, again 315 to 330 CAS window, the Nifty fell 70-80 point. Then after that, another 70-80 point fell in the evening in the GIFT Nifty. So that's because in the last 15 minutes when the market fall, people get scared. So yesterday we were waking up for 150-160 point higher. Today we are waking up for 150-160 point down tick. So this is creating a hell lot of problem, and that we have already discussed many times. So such a big movement, 60, 70, 80 points, in the first 2 trading session it has happened, that we can understand. And then later even the SEBI has taken some action against some people. But even after that, so this is happening, this continues to happen. And people thought on expiry day, if this happens, that may be some kind of a manipulation. But yesterday it was not an expiry day. So still that manipulation continued. Right? So, so all these things, make this month unforgettable one in the history of Indian stock market. The most important thing is the kind of bearishness, despite huge amount of money flowing from institutions. So like, what is wrong with our market? So the bulls are hoping, sooner or later, and the market will break out. So, but market keeps saying it's not going to be sooner, it's only going to be later. So later means when? So that's what everybody is wondering. And yesterday the US market fell, but that cannot be the reason for a gap down in GIFT Nifty. Because yesterday night, US markets were down, but after the market closed, NVIDIA results came, so the result seems to be very good, and that stock has shot up 4%. Remember, NVIDIA is the number 1 stock in the world. And then because of that, US futures are higher. So US futures gained more than what it lost yesterday night during the US market session. So on a net to net basis, from 3:30 to 3:40 p.m. nowadays. So 3:40 p.m. yesterday to till now, the US market is on a net basis is higher only. So there is no reason for GIFT Nifty to show 60-70 point gap down. Right. So this CAS system is determined to destroy the traders, and if that is the objective of SEBI, then it's fine. So that has to happen. But despite that, the intraday players are still active. So what happened yesterday? Sensex opened around 77,900. So those who have sold 77,900 straddle, with some kind of a stop loss on both the sides. And the market fell, the put stop loss was triggered, but the call has given more profit than the stop loss on the put side. So on a net basis, so yesterday the intraday people have made money. So with this kind of market, two things. Number one, take intraday, don't take any positional trade, okay, and keep with a fixed stop loss on both the sides, right? So along the way, if you are happy with profit, better exit, and if not happy with the profit, and if you are willing to carry forward the position, then probably you no need to be afraid of 315 to 330 candle. You just leave it, and 330 to 340, if you are in profit, better exit, and if not, just carry forward the position for tomorrow. So only people having this mindset can trade in this market. Otherwise, one day Nifty going towards 24,400, just 2 days it coming back to 24,100, again just 2 days again going back to 24,400, again 2 days coming back to 24,100. So this market is trading violently between 24,100 and 24,400. And, I always say, when the last bull turns bear, that is when the market will bottom out, market will start moving higher. Looks like there are still some people who are bulls, and I am one of them, right? I don't know when I'm going to become a bear and I'm going to start buying put options heavily. So I bought call options heavily, but maybe this is time I have to buy some put options also. So only then market is likely to reverse. So bad news, Infosys ADR is down, HDFC Bank ADR down, ICICI Bank ADR down. Of course, Axis Bank ADR is higher. Right? So IT stocks surely was a very big dragger yesterday and likely to continue. So these IT stocks, although they have bottomed out, but the recovery is not meaningful. And they have not recovered even 20-25% of what it lost during the last 1 year. So this is the status of IT stocks. Then come to Reliance Industries. So people say there is a MSA rejig on August 31st where $500 million worth of Reliance shares have to be sold in the market. So that hangover is there. So anything Reliance has to do, it will do only after September 1. And then banking stocks are just too volatile, and HDFC Bank especially going up, coming down, going up, coming down. So as I told you, HDFC Bank, equilibrium point is 725, and Reliance Industries equilibrium point is 1300. So, just like a magnet, so the 1300 magnet is attracting the share price of Reliance Industries again and again towards 1300. So this is the picture. So this is the overall very, very bad picture for the large cap stocks. But looks like domestic institutions are having full faith in this market. When most of the stocks are trading at 5-year low, where else is the right time to accumulate the stocks? It may not go up immediately, but it may take time, but markets are likely to go higher. So yesterday, one positive sign we can see, there was almost a 4% rally in Kotak Bank. And then, Kotak Bank has been, consolidating below 400 for a long time. I think for more than 5 years. But in between, occasionally it went above 400, but then it came down. But yesterday, decisively, Kotak Bank closed above 400, I think around 420. So that is something. Yesterday, Kotak Bank and Axis Bank both were positive, whereas the other banks dragged the market down. So let us hope that market, consolidate at least with a positive bias, not with a negative bias. But if 24,100 is broken, that will be, the swing low is broken. And of course, 24,000 is the major support. So let us hope that the 24,000 support is being held. And otherwise, for the last 5 months, Nifty is just consolidating. I do not know how many more months we are going to consolidate. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.